Hey guys, it's Technology Nerd here with the review of the Samsung Galaxy S4. So sorry it took so long, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer to review the S4, and I just want to take the time to make sure that I checked out every aspect, especially the battery, which is one of the things I'm going to be talking about in this review video. So anyways, here we have the S4. I'm just going to go over quickly the flip case, actually, because it's a pretty interesting flip case. So it attaches on like the regular case. The flip case, though, allows for just the time to be shown and the notifications, time and date. When you open it, of course, it unlocks itself and you have the full-size lock screen right here. This is a Super AMOLED capital touchscreen, 5 inches. 5 inches. As you can see, it almost has no bezel. Samsung tried really hard to not have that bezel right there, so it looks very nice and very high res. It's a 1080p, of course. The glass on it is Gorilla Glass 3, so it's pretty durable from scratches and dents. And of course you have your Samsung TouchWiz UI, which is a problem for me because it takes up a lot of space on this phone. So we're just going to go ahead and actually just turn on this and unlock it. So this is on Verizon 4G LTE right now. So as you can see, we have, standard Android right here. Actually, one thing I do want to go over before we actually continue is the air gestures. So I'm going to actually lock this right here. So let's start off with the gestures. Something that Samsung's put into the S4. You put your hand over this, over the sensors on the top while it's locked, and the time and some notifications will come up saying if you're on Wi-Fi or what kind of network you're on at the current moment. I will show you another air gesture now. Let's go to my gallery. So I have 2 photos here. So you hover over the image to get better, like an image kind of preview. So you just hover your finger. My finger is not touching the screen. Now it is if I tap on it. And as you can see, the camera takes beautiful photos. I'll upload this to our website so you can look at that photo. That's a photo of Boston right there. It takes beautiful photos. The camera's really amazing. A 13 megapixel camera in the back. And then for the front facing, we have a, I believe it was 2 megapixel camera. And the camera in the back is just awesome. Of course, we have all your stock apps, all that kind of stuff, which I'm never too crazy about. We have Watch On, and I'll explain this now. Your S4 has actually an IR sensor in it. Not an IR sensor, but an IR blaster. So you can actually control your TV or your cable box or your home surround sound system. And it's really easy to set up and great to use. Something else I really like about this phone that I'd like to go through is also the battery life. Now, right now, you may be thinking, well, it's almost dead. Yeah, I was using it a lot today. Like I said, I've been using this as my regular phone, using it on a daily basis, constantly having it with me. So today, I played games on it. I did all that kind of stuff, watched tons of videos on YouTube. So I use it a lot. Usually, the battery lasts me from a day going from 8 o'clock to about midnight I'd say. It would die. So the battery lasts pretty long on it for normal use. I mean, not overly crazy use, but watching some YouTube videos, playing some games on it, making calls, getting text messages, all that kind of stuff. Of course, it has NFC and also S-Beam, which is Samsung's special NFC kind of thing where you transfer over Wi-Fi, I believe. And that's only between Samsung devices. You can't use it on other devices. The phone is super fast. No lag whatsoever. I've never had a lag on this phone right here. It has Verizon 4G LTE, this model right here. Of course, this is a 16 gig model. Now, something I want to say about TouchWiz, which is the kind of, not the OS, but the UI that comes with the S4. TouchWiz takes up a lot of space, so that 16 gigs, you end up getting about 9 gigs in the long run. So this phone is very small in storage when you realistically look at it. TouchWiz takes up a lot of space, and when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. You go from 16 down to 9, that's a pretty big jump right there. So that's something you might want to watch out when you're trying to buy this phone right here. For Wi-Fi, it does support Wi-Fi AC and dual band Wi-Fi also. So Wi-Fi is super fast, but Verizon 4G LTE does a pretty good job over here in Boston. It's micro USB port, of course, on the bottom for charging and for data. That's pretty much it. You have the power button on the side right here. Your headphone jack, of course, and your volume rockers. I'm not too big of a fan of the air gestures. I mean, I guess for people who constantly have their hands dirty, could use it, but I'm particularly not too big of a fan of it. But you know, you can swipe up on pages using your hand and that kind of stuff. You can set it so when you look away from the phone, your YouTube videos pause or something like that. The speaker on this phone, there's nothing too wow about it. I mean, the speaker's right there on the back. And I'm sorry to say, but I also have an HTC One that I recently acquired, and I gotta say that most phones cannot compare to that because of the fact that the speaker is on the back. If you have your phone, say if you have the S Flip cover, and you open it up and you're listening to music like this, you are blocking that speaker right there. If it's on the floor, just sitting like that, you don't get that, it gets muffled through the case. So that's one issue that I have with the S View case. But the phone is plastic. That's a plastic phone. Not very, I don't know, feels flimsy in hand, kind of, I could say. I mean, there's no metal pieces whatsoever. This this stainless steel looking over thing over here is actually plastic. It's all plastic, and you know, I'm not exactly sure how long and how durable that would last against your bumps or something like that. So of course, it's running Android 4.2.2, which is Jelly Bean. The CPU inside, back to the non-lag, I kind of went off track a little. The CPU inside is a quad-core 1.6 GHz Cortex A15. It is super fast. Like I said, there is never lag when even playing games or anything like that. Never, ever a lag. This phone is powerful, I must say. The screen looks great right now, kind of darkened though, because the battery is critically low. But the screen is beautiful when at full brightness, and I'm going to see if I can actually turn up that brightness right now. Because it's getting in the way of our video. Nope, and it doesn't let me change the brightness anymore. But you did see it in the beginning of the video. It does look very nice, and the screen is amazing, HD quality. One thing I do notice though, blacks are very black. The black colors are very black. Although when you get to certain vivid colors, it's kind of off a little, and it's just probably because of the resolution of the screen and the DPI. But you can't really tell, so it's good. Now this phone over here on upgrade varies. I've seen it for $200, $220 on Wirefly right now. $250 Sprint. So it varies in price, but it is an expensive upgrade phone, is what I'm getting to. Some people may want a cheaper device too. And telling you honest truth, $250 for a device that's made out of fully of plastic. Nothing really fancy schmancy. I mean, compared to the S3, this is a much faster phone than the S3. I also have the S3. It is a much faster phone. It's also smaller, has a bigger screen, CPU runs faster. Battery life's amazing, like I stated earlier. But it is also $250, so it's something you definitely got to commit to. So guys, thanks for watching. We're going to have actually an HTC One and some Samsung S4, Galaxy S4 comparison video coming up also. And I will also have a review of the HTC One out shortly. So thanks for watching and have a good one.